Welcome back to Battle for Arcos and our continuation of the Dark Uprising campaign. We have a lot to catch up on since week 1, but if you would like to skip the housekeeping items and go straight into the battle report, just reference the timestamp on the screen. As always, we appreciate your support, and be sure to leave a thumbs up if you enjoy this content. As we all know, terrain can be expensive, so I would like to give a quick shout out to Wyloch's Armory, link in the description, for his tutorial on how to create some of the grimdark terrain using electrical gang boxes that we're currently using in this scenario. We created 2 pieces in today's report, and as we try to fill out our table with terrain, it seriously took us about 20 to 30 minutes outside of dry times in order to get some pretty effective terrain. So a link for that will be in the description. Now back to Arcos for week 2 and a quick look at the campaign table. The Iron Skulls of House Goliath are 1-0 with 5 out of actions and a reputation of 2 and a wealth of 925. The Fallen Angels are 1-0 with 5 out of actions, a reputation of 5 and a total wealth of 835. Highest second, the Lodge of the Damned are 0-1 with 1 reputation and a total wealth of 960 and 990 respectively. Today, the Enforcers of High Sec will be taking on the Lodge of the Damned, with this scenario being public execution. Order will still be in ascendancy, but let's take a closer look at High Sec, who will be our attackers today, and how they will upgrade their squad. Since the end of week 1, High Sec recruited a Subjugator Patrolman. Big Slick joins the fight with his standard issue, plus a Vigilance Assault Shield and Grenade Launcher. The Precinct Fortress will generate the recruitment of a free patrolman, switch, and 30 credits. The Underhive Shrine does not provide any blessings, but will provide 20 credits. The Manufactorum level will provide 50 credits and 30 credits worth of war gear to the gang's stash for free. This will be used to equip Switch. In total, 80 credits and 0 blessings. The Enforcers depart for battle with 6 active fighters and 1 in recovery for an updated gang rating of 935. The Lodge of the Damned wrapped up week 1 with a loss to House Goliath. The Lodge has added an initiate to their ranks, Ripper, and equipped him with a Butcher's Cleaver and auto pistol with manstopper rounds. The Chaos Fane does not give them a free Skinner this time, but does give them 30 credits. The Reclamation Zone grants them 40 credits, and the Fungal Sprawl nets them 60 credits in total. The Lodge will receive 130 credits in all, and the Lodge will purchase an additional Skinner, Malachi, and depart with 7 active fighters, 2 in recovery, an updated gang rating of 1,080. In addition, Nightmare, Ripper, and Malachi will have Toxin on a melee weapon of their choice for the upcoming battle.
Your informant was caught in one of our facilities in Sector 1 last night. That's our sector. Tonight he bleeds. Tomorrow he dies. If you value his life, you'll show up.
All right, the pregame handshakes and all the formalities are out of the way. It's time to get down to business. I will be manning up the corpse grinders today. My son will be rolling up for the Enforcers. We are playing public execution, and the purpose of this is for the Enforcers, who are the attackers, to get to the center of the board and get the prisoner, rescue him, and get him off the board. The corpse grinders obviously trying to stop that. There will be a clock counting down next to the prisoner, starting at 6. And when it gets down to 0, he will start to take damage, and there will be a few ways to halt the clock. I'll bring that up if we actually get to it. Other than that, both gangs bringing a full complement of 7 active fighters. There will not be any reinforcements in this game due to the reinforcements being in recovery. Each gang will be bringing 2 tactics cards to use, and we're ready to get things started. Predator roll's going out for turn 1, and the corpse grinders will be up first. We're going to see Azrael do a double move, trying to get away from this pitfall that the fighters are close to. This is what the prisoner would go into in this particular game, and you could only set up so many inches away, so they had to go somewhere. Next up, we're going to see a group activation from the Enforcers. And first up, we're going to see Big Slick. He is going to target Spleen Carver. This would also hit Nightmare with his grenade launcher. He needs 3s. It is a straight shot. It's going to miss. The Enforcer player will use his Lucky Shot card to re-roll these. And coming back out again, it's still going to miss. So nothing happening there. The shot is going to roll up, and it is a dud. We're going to see Ice activate next, and he is going to use his first action to move, and then his second action to target Azrael with his Enforcer bolt gun, needing 5s here. He does get a +1 accuracy modifier, but he is firing at heavy cover, so needing 5s, he's going to roll and just miss. We then flip over to Leonidas, who is going to target Spleen Carver as well with his Concussion Carbine. Similar shot to Big Slick. He is going to fire out, needing 3s. It is just a straight shot. He does aim, and that shot is going to hit. The Corpse Grinder player will play a tactics card here, Blood Surge, to get Nightmare out of harm's way. We roll some dice off camera, and Spleen Carver, the d6 is higher than his strength, so he is knocked back, and then he fails an initiative check because he is concussed, and he falls into the pit, going out of action. Now we're going to see a group activation from the Corpse Grinders as they try to get out of harm's way. We're going to see Malachi make a double move down the stairs, and then a mistake on my part. I move Ripper and then try to take a shot with his auto pistol. He is just so far out of range, it's insane. But anyway, I take the shot, I have to take an ammo check, and I fail, so he is out of ammo. Next up, we are going to see the Hand of Crimson. He is going to make a move just to get out of line of sight. He can't make it all the way down the stairs just yet. Back over to the Enforcers, Lucky is going to aim and fire at Rexar with his sniper rifle. He does have an infrasight on it, so he only needs 3s to hit here. Rexar not getting any cover. It hits on that 4, it wounds on that 3, strength 4, toughness 3, and we roll out an armor save here we should not have. He does not get one. The AP takes it away. The injury dice is rolled out. It is a serious injury. We take an initiative check, and the railing saves Rexar from falling. What is going on here with the Corpse Grinders? They are under pressure. Rexar is going to make a crawl move, and then we will flip back over to the Enforcers, where Switch is going to move up, and he is going to target Azrael with his Enforcer bolt gun. He rolls out, and that is going to be a miss on a 1. So then we'll flip back over to the Corpse Grinders. Nightmare is going to do a double move just to apply pressure around the flank. And then back to the last turn for the Enforcers. Broadside is going to move up with a double move. Could not get into template range if he moved with a single move of Azrael there. And that will bring us to the end of turn 1. So a very eventful turn for the Enforcers. Had some unlucky rolls in the beginning, but that group activation, they were able to get some damage done. Leonidas took out one of the Corpse Grinder initiates, so there's 1 out of action for the Corpse Grinders already. Bottle checks were made, all that was fine. The initiate up top will stay down with a serious injury, but yeah, 1 out of action, 1 serious injury inflicted on the Corpse Grinders. The Enforcers have this in hand so far. The prisoner countdown will tick down 2, so he has 4 remaining on that countdown, and we are getting ready to go back to turn 2. Priority rolls are going out now, and the Enforcers are going to be up first. Broadside activates first for the Enforcers. He is going to move up and target Azrael with his shotgun. It is a scatter shot template weapon, so he will roll out a d6 to see how many shots he gets. First up ammo check is just fine. The amount of shots that he is going to get is 2, and it auto hits. So Azrael is going to go down pinned, but he will need 5s to wound. Strength 2 against toughness 3, needing 5s here to wound. There are no wounds. Azrael is down. And then the Corpse Grinders, I thought about this for a while. There's really not a whole lot of options for the Corpse Grinders at this point. So Azrael is going to stand up, and he is going to move just to try to get behind some cover, or he's just going to sit there and take shots. Moving over to Big Slick for the Enforcers, he is going to aim and fire at Azrael with his grenade launcher. Due to aim, he only needs a 3, targeting the area on the ground beside Azrael, so not taking a penalty for cover. He does roll out a hit with that 5. I think he only needed 3s. The roll to wound, however, is not going to be there. Azrael will get knocked back and go down pinned. We then move over to the Hand of Crimson, who is going to see an opportunity to move here. He's going to make a double move out of cover down the ladder and make his way around the flank of the Enforcers. Back over to the Enforcers, Lucky is going to react by moving with his first action. He is then going to target the Hand of Crimson. He does carry a sniper rifle with the infrasight. He would need 4s to hit here. Rolling out those dice, first he needs to pass a willpower check with a 7 up, and he does with an 8, so he will get to fire. The shot, however, will miss. Hand of Crimson still remains. Then we're going to move over to Nightmare, who is going to make a double move, and they're going to apply even more pressure on that Enforcer flank. And then we're going to move over to Switch, who is going to aim and fire at Azrael with his Enforcer bolt gun. Due to aim, he only needs 3s. He does get a hit on that 5. Again, no wound, so Azrael getting really lucky here. We're then going to see Rexar make a crawl move, getting closer to Ripper. And then Ice is going to hop over the pipe here. He is also going to attempt to shoot Azrael with his Enforcer bolt gun. He is going to end up getting a hit. And once again, the wound misses. Next up, we're going to see Ripper. He is going to reload his auto pistol and then move to the other side of Rexar. And then we will see Leonidas, who is going to make a double move up the stairs, making his way towards the prison. And in the final move of turn 2, we're going to see Malachi make a double move. And he is lining up here to where if the Enforcers do not win priority on the next turn, he is going to get a charge off. And this brings us to the end of turn 2. The Corpse Grinders applying pressure on the flank here. Leonidas making his way up the middle of the board, trying to get to the prisoner. The Corpse Grinders do have 2 initiates guarding that prisoner. Rexar was able to roll back over with a flesh wound. The Corpse Grinders did pass their cool check, so we're still looking good going into turn 3. Priority rolls going out now. And the gamble has paid off for the Corpse Grinders as they are going to win priority for turn 3. And we are going to see Malachi charge into Broadside in a charge that he cannot fail. We're going to see our first hand-to-hand combat of the game. And he's going to swing with 3 total attacks, 2 from his Heavy Chain Cleaver and 1 from his Butcher's Cleaver. They're in black. He needs 3s to hit, and all 3 of these are going to connect. And he would also need 3s to wound on these dice here, and all 3 of these are going to wound as well. And that is essentially going to roll out 5 injury dice after Broadside fails a save on the Butcher's Cleaver. 5 total dice going out. He is going to get the coup de grace. Then within 3 inches, we're going to see Ice pass a cool check. However, Switch is going to fail. He will become broken, lose his ready marker, and fall back. Lucky activates next, and he is going to target Nightmare with his sniper rifle. It does have an infrasight. He needs 3s to hit here, and he is going to get a hit. Now, my son rerolls both the dice, so disregard the ammo dice on this wound roll. He also needs 3s to wound, and he is going to connect on a wound. Nightmare will be knocked back, pinned, and he is going to fail the armor save, and an injury dice is rolled out. He's out of action. The Hand of Crimson will pass a cool check, and then we're going to move over to Rexar. He's going to target Leonidas with his auto pistol. He's in range, but in full cover. He will need 5s here with an aim. He is going to miss, and then we're going to see the last tactics card played by the Enforcer, Ankle Holster, coming into effect here with Ice. He is going to first target Malachi with his bolt gun, and he is going to miss that shot. An ammo check does need to be rolled out, and it will pass. And then he is going to use his stub gun to fire, and he's going to get a hit here. This will pin Malachi. The wound roll, however, needs a 4 and misses. And back over to the Lodge of the Damned, we'll see the Hand of Crimson use both of his actions to move and take a new position. This is going to get a reaction from Big Slick with his grenade launcher. He is going to target the ground beside the Hand of Crimson, so he does not have to take a willpower check, and he will aim and fire, needing 3s. The shot, however, is going to miss. It scatters into no man's land and is a dud. So next up, we are going to see Azrael get to his feet, and he is going to use his second action to move and get into position to charge on the next turn. We are then going to see Captain Leonidas move up the stairs here, and he is going to take out his concussion carbine and fire at open terrain. They're getting both initiates, Rexar and Ripper, under the template. He will need 3s to hit short range, and he will get a hit. That will be a wound onto Rexar and a wound onto Ripper. Saves will be taken here. Rexar is going to be good, and Ripper is going to fail, so he is going to roll out an injury dice, and it is going to be a flesh wound. Both will be pinned. Rexar is going to be knocked back. He will pass an initiative check, so will not fall, and the roll from Ripper does not cause a knockback. So then we're going to see Rexar get to his feet, and he is going to target Captain Leonidas with his auto pistol. It is going to need a straight up 6 due to heavy cover here, and he is going to take that shot, and he is going to get a hit. He does have to take an ammo check, and that is going to fail. The wound roll is also going to come out, and it will fail as well, but Captain Leonidas goes down pinned, so this is a big hit for the Enforcers as they try to work up the middle. And that brings a very intense turn 3 to a close. Lucky taking down Nightmare with a shot from his sniper rifle, and Malachi taking down Broadside in close combat. So both sides sustaining injuries. Cool checks were taken, and the Corpse Grinders ended up failing, so they will bottle. And of all things, the Enforcers bottle as well. So they rolled a 6 on their cool check. They only brought 6 to the party. They have 1 out, so that's going to be a 7. Both sides have bottled. Switch will recover there in the back corner for the Enforcers, and we're getting ready to see the next turn, and it looks like the Enforcers are going to be up first. So getting ready to start turn 4, the prisoner counter will turn to 1. The Enforcers are quickly running out of time. Captain Leonidas will roll a 10 on his bottle test. That will spread around to the rest of his fighters, making them all good. The Hand of Crimson, however, rolls a 4 on his bottle check, which fails. Every fighter for him will have to test individually. Starting next to the prisoner, Rexar rolls a 4 and Ripper rolls a 6. So both initiates are going to flee the battlefield. Malachi will roll an 11, so he will stay. Azrael rolls a 5 and he flees the battlefield. So only Malachi and the Hand of Crimson are left, and since they didn't decide to voluntarily flee early and started the entire procedure, we're going to go ahead and play out turn 4. The Enforcers with priority will lead off with Big Slick. He is going to target that area next to the Hand of Crimson, so he doesn't have to take a willpower check. Same shot as last time. It is an aim and fire, so he needs 3s. He is going to miss. The shot only scatters 2 inches, which still hits the Hand of Crimson. It will do a wound, but the Hand of Crimson will make a save. He will be knocked back and pinned. Then we are going to flip over to Malachi, who is going to stand, and he is going to make a move to get behind full cover. And then we'll flip over to Ice, who is going to move and target Malachi with his Enforcer bolt gun. It is short range, so he's only going to need 3s to hit. He does get a hit. Ammo check is required and failed. He's out of ammo, but he is going to do a wound here. Malachi will save. He will go down pinned. Then we'll see the Hand of Crimson get to his feet, and he is going to do a move as well, just trying to get out of harm's way here. And then we will see Leonidas stand and make a move to the top of the stairs here. The rest of the activations all belong to the Enforcers. We'll see Lucky make a move here to target Malachi, who is on the ground there with his sniper rifle. He fires and gets a hit on that 6. He will fail to wound, however, so nothing else happening here. We'll then see Switch make a double move up to apply pressure onto Malachi. And that essentially brings us to the end of turn 4. So at the end of the turn, no one in the Defender's gang can draw line of sight to anyone in the Attacker's gang, and therefore the prisoner counter is going to halt. There's also no defenders within 3 inches of the prisoner at this particular time. So the Corpse Grinders are going to elect to voluntarily flee the battlefield, so Malachi and the Hand of Crimson are going to go ahead and get out, realizing how outnumbered they are, and not wanting to chance what could potentially happen with the prisoner die on the next turn, as Leonidas is within striking distance to get within 3 inches of the prisoner on his next activation. So this essentially is going to give the Enforcers a victory here today, and they will improve to 1-1 on the campaign, while the Corpse Grinders, oddly enough, will fall to 0-2. We're going to bring you everything in the post-game wrap-up, including the lasting injuries, as well as our feedback on the campaign so far. All right, the Enforcers come away with a victory today, improving to 1-1 on the campaign, while the Corpse Grinders fall to 0-2. The Enforcers will come away with 50 credits for their efforts today and a net of 1 rep. They rolled for 2 rep, but they did bottle, so they lose 1. So a net of 1 rep. Broadside, who was injured in today's action, was enfeebled, so he is going to go into recovery and have his toughness reduced by 1. And, the Enforcers played a really good game today. Man of the match going to Lucky, who put Nightmare out of action for the Corpse Grinders. And he also had a pretty key shot on Rexar early in the game, seriously injuring him, but really just allowing the Enforcers to get up the middle and hold his side while they could, make some progress on the other flank. So, really good game today played by the Enforcers. If you've watched any of our older battle reports, and these two have played a lot because they were in the Dark Uprising set that we purchased, the Corpse Grinders have just always really beat down the Enforcers. So it was interesting to see the Enforcers come away with a victory today. And the way that it was done, it was a big victory, not just a minor get out victory. They really put it to the corpse grinders. So interesting that the corpse grinders have fallen to 0-2 based on the previous games that we've played. I just would have never have seen that coming. Over for the Corpse Grinders, Nightmare rolled up a 34, so he is going to experience a grievous injury. He will essentially go into recovery. Spleen Carver rolls up a 36, and he is also going to experience a grievous injury going into recovery. In trying to flee the battlefield, Azrael was captured by the Enforcers, so he will be held prisoner by the Enforcers, his fate to be determined. And be sure to stay tuned for the next battle report. Upcoming will be the Iron Skulls of House Goliath versus the Fallen Angels of House Escher. So don't hesitate to get involved in this campaign in the comments below. Let us know if you saw anything we missed. Feel free to let us know anything that you would like to purchase or anything that you would like to see, and we'll do our best to take that into consideration for the campaign moving forward. Hope you enjoyed this particular battle report. Feel free to let us know how we can improve in the comments. Thank you so much for your support, and we will see you next time.